This is you right there.
Okay.
Hey, we are ready. Talking a little bit of instructions here. I mean, this is what's called an instant sit down and pull out the guitar and take off. Jarad Bagshaw, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you, Charlie?
Heck of a ride over here, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of a drive.
Where in the world did you come from?
Edmonson County. It's where Mammoth Cave National Park is.
You know, earlier in the broadcast, I said I think he's from over around Mammoth Cave.
Yep.
Yeah. And I've stayed a few times over at that beautiful park they got there.
It is beautiful. Very fortunate to live so close to it, get to enjoy it all the time.
Yeah, you're lucky. You are lucky. But you had a pretty good drive coming over. I was talking about going to Russell County, which is nothing like the distance you've come. But there's a time change right out of Somerset.
Yep.
Or right before you get into Somerset.
Yep. And I know that. I've driven to Somerset many times for shows and stuff, but I trusted technology too much and put it in, didn't think about it, and then I stopped to get gas, and I thought, oh, I'm behind what I thought I was going to
I would say everybody listening has done that very same thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel any smarter when everybody has done it. But
well, you know, sometimes I trust it too much. Going to making a doctor's appointment or something, and what happens when you get to where you're going, then you're in a complex of buildings and things. You're going, okay, wait a minute now. It says I'm here, but you got buildings all around
for figuring out where you're going.
They don't figure out where you're going. Well, tell me a little about yourself there, Jerry.
I am a singer-songwriter from Edmonson County, Kentucky, like you said. For several years, whenever I was younger, I was in bands and played rock music and stuff like that. And then once I got married and had a family and got a job and everything, I'm a teacher as well. That's my profession.
Well, let me shake your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another teacher over here.
So once that happened, I slowed down on everything, and I kept writing and playing just for myself and for my family, and I sing at church and everything. But then in class, I would always sing whenever I taught my weightlifting classes and PE classes. I would sing, and the kids one day, my girls weightlifting class, I think it was my third period girls weightlifting class in 2023, said you should start putting stuff online. So just kind of to appease them.
They encouraged you.
Just to appease them, I put something online, and then from there it got a positive reaction, and I started putting stuff out there again. It just gave me the confidence to do it.
Well, what a wonderful story.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, pretty much, you almost sound like my story too. Yeah. I took my guitar to class, and every Friday for an hour.
Yep.
And we'd take 120 kids, put them together, and jam.
It's a thing now at school. Everybody knows.
Well, it should be.
I
I think that's totally awesome. I didn't know there was another story. I did meet another teacher. And she's going to be on in July, Erin Grace.
Okay.
And she's a local high school teacher, very talented, and she's going to be coming up. She's a singer-songwriter. So we may be tapping into a whole new field of singers out there.
There you go. Well, it is summertime. We got a lot more time on our hands.
Yeah, you have. It just got out of, I guess.
Just got out. We've been out since, it was Thursday before last. So we got out pretty quick this year. We didn't have to go any extra days or anything, so I've had a little time on my hands.
You better watch going out of town. Dr. Ballinger might try to hire you. All right, buddy. Let's get into a song. I always ask, to give me a little backdrop if it's one of your songs. If we don't cover it, won't matter.
Yeah.
But if you're doing your original stuff, we'll talk a little bit about why did you write that song.
Okay. First one I'm going to do is my newest single that it was released last Friday, and it's called New Friends. And I'm going to set the record straight here a little bit. There's a lot of people who think that my father, my dad, Gary Bagshaw, has Alzheimer's or dementia. He does not. I wrote the song because my family history includes, on my mother's side, a lot of dementia, Alzheimer's, and that, so knowing that it's probably coming, because it is hereditary and it can be inherited, that my mom's terrified of it, of me having to deal with it, I'm terrified of my children having to deal with it. So the song was written from the perspective of my son dealing with something like that. So when I say my dad in the song, I'm not talking about me. My dad is totally fine right now. Heaven forbid something would ever happen, but right now he's totally fine. He's watching my kids right now with my mom. So
well, he's probably watching my Facebook page.
He might be
watching this.
Very possible.
Here. Well, you know, that's a powerful testimony in itself, right there. And I didn't know that. I really didn't know it was hereditary. I know that some people seem to be prone in that direction, but I didn't know it.
My great-grandmother, my grandmother, and now my grandfather, all on my mom's side. So she's dealt with 3 parents, grandparents, since she's been an adult that have all had it. And because that is the case, every time that something slips her mind or every time something like that, she just is always really nervous that it's starting to happen to her.
I mean, things slip my mind all the time.
Me too. Me too. If that's the measure for it.
I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
So, oh, yeah. Well, what a testimony you got there. Okay, let's listen to the song.
All right. My dad talked to a man today. I could tell he didn't know what to think, at least not right away. But if there's one thing that he likes, it's someone else's ear. Help him spin his yarns that he's piled up over the years. About the things he did when he was just a boy, finding out the hard way his BB gun wasn't a toy. For all the time he played ball with his buddies down the road, hanging up that rim on a telephone pole. He's always had a way with folks, never used to meet a stranger or run out of jokes. He might be slower on the draw, trouble finding what to say, but he's making lots of new friends these days. He said, if you want some good stories, you should hear about my kids. They ran their parents ragged like my parents said I did. I've got one of each, a boy and girl, their names escape me at the moment. I can't seem to think of some things when I want it. He's always had a way with folks, never used to meet a stranger or run out of jokes. He might be slower on the draw, trouble finding what to say, but he's making lots. I could tell he was just starting to get a bit confused, so I put him in his rocking chair and slipped off both his shoes. He said, young man, I didn't catch your name and you probably can't stay. I can't wait to tell my son I made a new friend today. He's always had a way with folks, never used to meet a stranger or run out of jokes. He might be slower on the draw, trouble finding what to say, but he's making lots. He might be slower on the draw, trouble finding what to say, but he's making lots of new friends these days.
That is a powerful song, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
I appreciate that.
I listened to the storyline in that song,
Yeah.
and a lot of families going through that.
Mm-hmm.
and you handling, your end of it very delicately, understanding.
Yeah.
Gosh, what a storyline.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you put that in a song. Now, where will that song appear?
That song is currently out right now, all streaming services. There's a video of it on TikTok. There's a video of it on Facebook. But anywhere you go look up Jarad Bagshaw music, you should be able to find that song called New Friends.
I think you're going to have a lot of new friends out of that song.
Well, I hope so.
For sure.
That'd be good.
For sure. But, I mean, you took a situation and turned it into a song, which that's what writing songs is all about. You take a situation and turn it into a song.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. And those kids, they rallied you right into where you need to be.
Occasionally, they're really smart.
Well, do you have any singers in your group?
I have in my class or in my class, there's a few kids. I don't want to leave anybody out. I have several students, former students. I teach health, physical education. So if I find out they're a singer, it's either because they've told me they also sing or something like that, or there's a couple kids that, through things that we've done at school, a few teachers will get together and play in a band or something like that. There's a couple kids that, one of them has played drums for us, and he's the drummer in our pet band at school. His name's Seth Miller. Just graduated, very talented drummer. So it'll just happen occasionally. Right now, it doesn't happen as much as I would like it to, because they're a little bit intimidated to say, do you want to play together? Do you want to sing together? Or something like that. But truthfully, I would love that. Like that, every time that I find out that a kid sings or something like that, I always ask them about it and want to know if they do it for fun. Do you do it just at church? Do you like to write? Whatever the song is. So I love whenever kids want to do stuff like that.
Yeah, you sound like a great teacher. Just
I love it.
Listening to you talk. Well, let's get into another song, and then we'll talk a little more about your where you come from there. Okay.
All right. I'll play one, and I promise I have happy songs. But I'll play one now called "Sing Me Back," and in 2007, 2008, Edmonson County, Kentucky was the third ranked county in the United States for military enlistment out of high school. We have zero industry in our county at all. And when I say zero, a lot of people assume that that's an exaggeration. We have a couple fast food chains, we have a gas station, and that's it. If you live in Edmonson County and you want to work there, you have to be a teacher, you got to work for the county, or you got to be a banker. So those are really the only three.
So you don't have a hospital in the county?
No hospitals, no factories, no anything. Bowling Green, Kentucky, Glasgow, Kentucky, Litchfield, Kentucky, E-Town, Kentucky. Those are all the places that we have to go. People go there and work in factories, stuff like that. So the military has always been on the table for a way out. And I had several friends that went to the military and have made careers out of it. And I still love them dearly and everything. But this song was from that 17, 18-year-old perspective of, at that time, because that's who I teach now, your thought process and what your decision making is and what you're going to want out of life in 10 years is totally different a lot of times than what you're going to want out of life whenever you're 17, 18 years old, whenever you're having to make that decision about going to the military or going to college or going to get a job. So that's what this song is about, called Sing Me Back.
Okay.
They used to sing a wonderful place. They sing of love and grace. The people are here, all alone. I wish someone could sing me back home. Oh, what I wouldn't give just to hear the sound of an old hummingbird humming around, to see the wind rush through the trees, or to smell the woods sitting on the breeze, and to feel like I did when I was 17 years old. The world in my pocket, nowhere to go. The sun and the sand are more foreign to me, just a young man's way out, a chance to stay free. They used to sing a wonderful place. They sing of love and amazing grace. The people are here, but I'm alone. I wish someone could sing me back home. I wish someone could sing me back home.
Another powerful job on that there, Jarad.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about that when I come back here. Going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from Jarad Bagshaw, Stars Across Kentucky, Edmonson County.
Wendy's in Mount Vernon invites you to stop in for your morning, noon, and evening meals. Foods like delicious baconator, Dave's
I
single
like the
burger,
Martin.
chicken nuggets, fries,
Thank you.
pickle salad, bacon,
Just recently got it.
Oh, did you?
yeah. Other great menu items to please the taste buds of the entire family.
I've always been a
Go
Martin
enjoy the
fan.
convenience of their
Me too.
drive-through service that
I mean,
keeps you on
I
the
got-
go. Wendy's in Mount
for him,
Vernon
so,
will serve you better, faster,
I know
and
our
best foods
plans for
at your
church,
best prices
he
in
just
town. Open 6
got
a.m.
him
to 12, except Sundays
a
at 7 a.m.
Gibson, no, I think he got a Gibson
My
there,
name is Emma McKinney.
but it's a certain model.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
and just depends on, who you are and what you like to play, I guess.
Yeah. Now I had my eye on one of these for a long time, but I mean they're not. I play music, I make my play music, but I still our income comes from me being a teacher, my wife, her job and everything. So spending the money on the Martin that I want is never really in the cards a lot of times.
I can't tell that other story I was talking about, but
Yeah.
it does, yeah, you have to,
So my wife just got this for me as a Father's Day gift about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was very, very nice.
That's a beautiful story.
Well, she did lie to me about it, so that to throw me off the scent and think that I got it. So
Well, that makes it more fun.
yeah,
The drug enforcement agency, or DEA, tells us that
Alan Hastings in Picketyville, Illinois. Alan, howdy.
fake pills are just like prescription pills. Remember, one pill can kill. Visit DEA.gov.
Come join us as we head back out on the road again this weekend to Houstonville, Kentucky for the 7th annual car show. Showtime 3 to 7 p.m. First 50 gets a dash off. Top 25, Best GM Ford, Mopar, Retron, VW, Motorcycle, Ladies' Choice, and Best of Show overall. Cornhole and door prizes, great music of course. Proceeds will go to the fire department. See you there in Houstonville 3 to 7 this weekend, June the 6th.
Well, with Father's Day coming up, I just heard a beautiful story from Jarad here. For you folks out on Facebook, you probably were eavesdropping on us there. You said your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Got you, hold that up, everybody
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook can see it. I got him on new.
Yeah, new to me. New to me.
New to you,
Yeah.
and what model is that?
It is a triple aught 15M mahogany, a Martin.
Yeah.
Beautiful guitar.
It is a beautiful sounding
Yes.
guitar. We both agreed on
Mhm.
one thing. We're both prejudiced about guitars.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have a lot of folks in and out here, and you're going to find all flavors of guitars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I played, until I got this one, I played a Blue Ridge BR43 for a long time, and I
That
love it.
Blue Ridge, I started cleaning out on that Blue Ridge.
Yep.
And listen, that's for the money.
Mhm.
I would advise
100%.
any starter to grab one of those guitars.
I would always get compliments on it whenever
Yeah.
I played it out somewhere, the sound that came out of that, because it was the triple aught style, just like this Martin, but it sounded awesome.
Yeah, Keaton always called it the poor man's Martin.
Yeah, it works, it works.
And it worked. And of course, he moved on just like you did, and everybody else will. But that's a good starting
Mhm.
guitar.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For you
For
guys out
sure.
there. You know, your last song sort of got into my mind about the 250 years, and you guys in Edmonton have got a lot to celebrate about, don't you?
Yes, it's Edmonson.
Edmonton.
We get, I tell you what, Charlie, the amount of times I've almost started writing a song about how many miles it takes me to get to the place that everybody thinks that I'm from, because there's an Edmonton, Kentucky, that's about an hour and a half east of Edmonson, Kentucky.
Oh.
So anytime that I tell everybody, that's why I always say I'm from Mammoth Cave, or I'm from Bowling Green. Because if I say Edmonson, Kentucky,
Well, right now,
most people
now
know
I'm going to
Edmonton.
put you in Mammoth
There
Cave.
you go. But I'm sorry, your question, Edmonson, we have a lot of people that come from there. Yes, I have a lot of friends that have joined the military. My family have Marines in my family. Like it was just something that happened. Right now, one of the things I'm more proud of is whenever you drive down our main street, which is one of two roads that we have going through our county seat. They've put up all of our. We have a lot of war heroes hung up on our telephone poles and stuff like that to honor those people. One of my favorite human beings in the world, his name is Brother Paul Vincent, and he's at the nursing home right now in Brownsville, Kentucky, but they got to take a picture of him underneath his sign that's right on the telephone pole outside the nursing home. That was really special. Great man.
Yeah.
Great
So,
man.
have you written any songs about the 250 years?
No, I have not.
I sort
No.
of challenged some people.
Yeah.
I've got a couple. I've got one song in. I got another one coming in.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, we'll write one about 250 years. I mean, it's so huge and encompassing that you know, I would say it'd be quite a task. But
Lots happened.
a lot
Lots
has
happened.
happened. Yeah. To put it in a song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Well, getting into your story, when you were in high school there, you have how many kids go to your high school?
We have about somewhere in the ballpark of 560.
Relatively
Pretty small school.
Small, yeah, compared to we graduated, I think, 230
Yeah.
seniors. So,
Yeah.
you know, roughly.
Rockcastle.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so that, you know, there's I think an upside to that because of the attention that children get.
Oh yeah.
The smaller ratio.
Yes. I'm very proud of the school that I teach at, Edmonson County High School. I do think that, you're a former educator, you understand that I'm also still going to school. I'm working on my third degree right now. And the questions that they ask in that class, they ask about like your school, what they call it, the pulse of your school and how your school feels about certain things and the perception of things. Anytime that there's a question about how my school feels about and cares about the kids, I always give it the highest marks. I think that we do great. And part of that is because most of the kids that are in the school, their parents either have the teachers that are going there or their parents are the teachers that are teaching at the high school. There's always some connection with somebody at the school that you say, oh, I had your brother or sister, or I had your mom or dad, or I went to school with your brother or sister, something like that. It's very close in a good way.
Yeah, and that's some of, I think, beautiful things about, you know, over the weekend I was doing a show and this student come up and You know, she's gotten relatively old. Jennifer, if you're listening, thank you for that hug. And I mean, the love that was established back in the classroom still lives today.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the beautiful things about being a really caring, you know, wonderful kind of a human being.
Eric Bolander, who's a singer-songwriter from Eastern Kentucky, who also is an art teacher. I forget which school he teaches at. He posted a note that a kid had written him, basically, thank you for showing me that I can be myself, kind of thing. And those comments, I've got a wall of notes and stuff from kids that I'll never throw away, just because sometimes whenever you're having a rough day, it's nice to look at those things.
Yeah, and teachers are human, aren't they?
Yeah, very much so.
All right, let's get into another song here. Paul Harper, wanted to say hi to Dale Winstead. You got him tuned up and in here. What have you got coming up here, Jerry?
Let's do... I'll do a more fun one. One that doesn't make people cry. This song's called Pretty Good Time. I sat down, I don't know if I was just having a bad day or what, but I sat down and it just kind of fell out. But it's one of the goofier songs that I've written. We'll give it a shot. Took any luck to be this bad at life? I'll be sitting on top of a pile of gold, away from toil and strife. If I didn't need to know I was going to catch that train without the whistle blowing, I'd be having me a pretty good time. Stumbled across the rainbow, climbed to the top. Thought I'd slide down the other side, and then the money is where I'd stop. But the little fella on the other end said, crypto's where it's at, my friend. So I spent all my rent on a picture of a pot of gold. Again, if it took any luck to be this bad at life, I'd be sitting on top of a pile of gold, away from the toil and strife. If I didn't need to know I was going to catch that train without the whistle blowing, I'd be having me a pretty good time. To life, then brother, I have lost it. Could it be that my head is full of horse brains? There's another word that rhymes with W-I-T, and the irony is a loss on O-M-E. And if my friends were being honest, they'd probably say I'm full of that. Well, shoot, if it took any luck to be this bad at life, I'd be sitting on top of a pile of gold, away from a toil and strife. If I didn't need to know I was going to catch that train without the whistle blowing, I'd be having me a pretty good time. Yeah, this song would end on another good rhyme. Yeah, this song would end on another good word.
We got a little humor in that song along the way. A bad day turned into a good song. Yeah. So how long have you been into, you started playing the guitar roughly 2023?
Well, 2023 was whenever the girls convinced me to start putting stuff on there.
The students.
You've
been playing for a while.
I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing guitar since I was about, I want to say 13, 14, really taking it seriously. Sorry. Get that top one down. I had a buddy named Andy Goins, who me and him were best friends the whole time we was growing up, and Andy started playing guitar. So I wanted to start playing guitar naturally, so we could both have something to do. And it started with what I feel like a lot of people in Kentucky, it was gospel songs, it was old country songs, the stuff that my dad listened to, that my papa had 8 tracks of George Jones and Waylon Jennings and all the stuff that you could just go. that stuff.
You're in the right
Yeah,
place.
the easy stuff on the guitar. But I remember the first learning "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry" and being able to play a song all the way through, and that was whenever it kind of clicked. Of man, this is a really cool thing to do.
Well, speaking of Hank Williams there on that song, I know that's what you was referring to. He influenced me too.
Yeah.
Cheating Heart was one of my first ones. I don't know why, but that song is, and so.
Well, I'll tell you what they do is they tell a really good story most of the time. They tell it pretty simply, and they tell it without very many chords.
Exactly, they're short to the sweet point.
Yep.
2 minutes and 30 seconds,
Yep.
2 minutes 40 seconds, and you're done.
Yep. And they're efficient in what they do. And if you only know 3 chords, you've still got a vocabulary of a few hundred songs that you can play.
That's funny. You remind me of so many things. My grandson used to call me a 3-chord bluegrass picker.
If you know 3
Still
chords,
calls me that.
if you know 3 chords and you've got a capo, you can
You
play a
can
lot
go
of
anywhere.
bluegrass
You
songs.
can go anywhere.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, what you got next, dude?
I'm gonna do another one that makes people cry. This is called "For When I'm Gone," and it was specifically written. We had a student that, and this is, I feel like I've only talked about sad stuff since we've been on here, but we had a student that tragically passed away a couple years ago, and it was, of course, when you're in high school. When a high school student passes away, it is a complete shock to
The community.
to the community, to family, to friends, to the school, to everybody, and it always brings up questions of why did this have to happen, and so again, it's hard for people not to ask those kind of questions. But I've always been tried to be very proactive in what I leave behind for my kids and my family and everything. And right now, if you go to my computer at home, there's audio files of me telling my son that I love him, me telling my daughter that I love her, just so if anything ever happens, they'll never have to wonder what. They're 6 and 4 right now, but whenever they're 25, something happens, they'll still have my
Come back
voice
and
saying
listen
that.
to Dad. Yeah.
So this song is a gift to anyone that cares about me, loves me, of if something ever happens to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I need you to go listen to and know that this is what I feel like or what I felt like whenever it happened. If you weren't there, it's okay. If you were there and it made you sad, I don't know if you're listening to this song. So it was my way of processing that grief and thinking, man, if something that sudden happened, I would love for there to be something for people to have to look
remember
at.
you.
Yeah. So it's just called "For When I'm Gone." Someday I am fixing to go where there will be no more missing. All the friends and loved ones gone before. And directly I'm going over yonder where there won't be any reason left to wander. Just sing and praise and shout on that shore. When my time here is over, put me underneath the clover, where as a child I learned to love life here below. Don't worry about my clothes, I'll be all dressed up in robes. Yeah, that's how they'll know it's me when I get home. Someday I'm fixing to go where there'll be no more missing. All the friends and loved ones gone before. And directly I'm going over yonder, where there won't be any reason left to wonder. Just sing and praise and shout on that shore. Don't sit around and wonder why. If my memory makes you cry, just know that you loved me and I loved you. And you meant all the things you said. I could tell there's no tears to shed. And if you said something you regret, I knew that too. Someday I am fixing to go where there'll be no more missing. All the friends and loved ones gone before. And directly I'm going over yonder, where there won't be any reason left to wonder. Just sing and praise and shout on that shore. Just sing and praise and shout on that shore.
Jarad, every song you sang, well, this is my favorite one, but you know something? I saw something beautiful about that song. The Christian love,
Yep.
going to heaven, meeting Jesus.
Yep.
I mean, wow. That's what that was all about. It wasn't sad.
Yeah, it not, from a certain perspective, it is not sad. It should be beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Should be happy.
No, it is beautiful. Anybody
Yeah.
that listened to that song as intently as I did,
Yeah.
you had to get a warm feeling throughout that song, because one of these days we all are human, and you know something, you want people to remember you. I hope that when you pass that you're a Christian,
Yeah.
and then they've got something really to, you know.
Something to hold on to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
What a great song that is.
Well, thank you.
Is that one out on platform?
It is not streaming, but there's a video of it on YouTube. There's a video of it on TikTok, Facebook. You can find it somewhere if you type in Jarad Bagshaw for When I'm Gone. It'll come up.
I'll hunt that one up.
Yeah.
I'd love to put a file on the station here, because
Yeah.
Thomas Wagner, if you're listening, I was thinking about you. He was a devout Christian man, and that's one of those songs that makes you think. I was expecting to do I'm so lonesome I could cry or something, and all of a sudden I had this warm little
Yep.
feeling
Yep.
came over. What? And you did a beautiful job on that song.
Thank you very much.
I love your guitar playing.
Thank you.
You don't bang on it. You just, actually, it reminds me sort of the old Pickers many years ago. They had that little run, those little beautiful runs on the guitar. And you just bounce right in from one chord to another chord, and you just did that. Didn't miss a lick.
Well, I'm glad that you feel that way. I always, of course, everybody's their own worst critic. Every time I get done doing something, I'm like, miss that one. So, but I'm glad that you feel that way.
Well, now, I was going to ask you to sing a gospel song, but you just now sung one. And,
I'll do gospel song if you want me to.
I would love for you to.
Okay.
That last one, I would consider that definitely a gospel song. And
It's definitely in the
for you,
wheelhouse.
Yeah, one for you to listen to, and if you appreciate music, then you want to get Jarad's song and listen to it.
I'll do a gospel song. I'll do acapella though. I'll do. This is one of my favorite songs to sing. It's by a group called Blue Highway, And it's called Someday. Someday when my last line is written, someday when I've drawn my last breath, when my last words on earth have been spoken, and my lips are sealed in death, don't look on my cold form in pity. Don't think of me as one dead. It'll just be the house I once lived in. My spirit by then will have fled. I'll have finished my time here allotted, but I won't be in darkness alone. I will have heard from heaven the summons to come on home. And when my body's in the grave, don't think that I'll be there, for I won't be dead but living in the place Jesus went to prepare. And after all is said and done, just know my last earnest prayer is that my loved ones be ready someday to meet me there.
Wow, right on pitch.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Good song.
gosh, I mean, how many times have you walked out on stage and something went awry with the music and you had to go sing it like that?
It's happened a couple times.
I guarantee
It's happened a couple
if you're
times.
a singer, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yep.
So, do you have a band that you play with?
I have a band that our first ever show as a full band will be at the first ever annual Edmonson County Arts and Music Festival. It's happening June 27th in Brownsville, Kentucky. And the band is Jarad Bagshaw and Blackberry Jam.
Okay.
And we're going to be, it's my brother on drums, who was my drummer in every band that I've had since I was in high school. My Kyle Vincent on bass, who was the bassist in the last band that I had since I was in high school, and a very talented young lady named Alyssa Jaggers on mandolin and vocals. And she's very, very good singer, very talented, and I'm very excited for people to hear the full band experience and not just this guy up on stage with an acoustic guitar.
Well, maybe we need to make that happen somewhere down the road. Get the
That'd
full
be awesome.
the full group up here. We've
Yeah.
had the McLean family
Yeah,
down
yeah.
in years. Yeah.
And we've got me and my brother. Of course, we've played music for years and years and years, and we're very in sync when playing that kind of stuff. But he's not in a place in his life where he's gonna drop what he's doing and go play drums for me. So we're a trio, me and Kyle and Alyssa, whenever my brother isn't.
And you're doing
Available
some
to play.
beautiful harmony,
Yep.
Yeah.
Three
You're doing
harmonies.
lead.
Most of the time. Alyssa
You
and
sound like a
Kyle
lead
both.
singer.
Alyssa and Kyle both have tremendous voices, so we trade out and sing harmony on each other's songs.
So are we going to stream that? So I wouldn't mind going back
I don't
and
know.
checking it out. You
I don't know.
guys need to put that stuff up on Facebook.
Well, we've tried to a few different times and stuff's not worked out. We should be having band practice later this week, so hopefully we'll get a video out of it that day. Yeah,
Well, that's good. You gotta put it out there.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at it,
Well,
but it
you know,
works sometimes.
well, what you have to do, you just got to get into it and know that there's a few mistakes along the way. But I mean, I've had some real disasters here. One day, this camera went down, and this young lady from over in Georgetown was here, and it made me feel so rotten because behind me, I mean, the camera was down.
Yeah.
And she's a very good, talented singer. And when she left, she said, "I have a suggestion on the camera." And she said, "Put it on manual mode."
Mhm.
And I hadn't even thought of that.
Mhm.
And so I went home, put it on manual mode, and I've never had that problem again.
There you go.
So,
Problem solved.
you have to sort of listen to your students, and then you have to listen to your singers.
Yep, there you go.
And so we listen to you all along the way. And right now, you've got time for a couple more songs. Do you have anything in particular you want to talk about? As far as you mentioned that one gig you got coming up.
I am, I have a few gigs coming up. June the 19th, I'll be at Toad's Barn and Grill over in Red River Gorge. The 27th is the Edmonson County Arts and Music Festival. The 16th of July, I'll be in Shelbyville for it's a food truck event. I think they call it Bike Night up there in downtown Shelbyville. Next Friday, Taylor Lansdale has been on here with you, correct? Yes.
Absolutely.
Me and Taylor and have you had Dawson Chase?
I have.
Okay. Me and Taylor and Dawson are all going to be performing at a Riders Round in Glasgow, Kentucky. Next Friday, starting at 7 o'clock at a place called AJ's, and I'm really looking forward to it. I love Taylor. I've never met Dawson in person, but on Friday we're supposed to get together and do something before the show. But me and Taylor are big buddies, and I think he's a fantastic songwriter. And we don't get to share the stage very often, but we're going to do that this Friday. And then again, July 31st, we'll be playing in Russell Springs at a place called Java Springs Coffee House. Me and Taylor will be playing down there together. And I'm sure that I've forgotten some stuff that's
You're pretty
that's
busy
coming up.
to be in the summer school enjoying.
Well, it's. I don't know how happy my wife is about how good I've booked some stuff this summer, but it feels good that people.
Does your wife sing anything?
My wife can play the piano, and my wife will sing in the car. But she refuses to sing on anything that she's going to be recorded on. I've tried for years and years and years to get her to record something with me, and she's just not about it. But she has a beautiful voice, and she can play the piano.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, if you play the piano, you got time.
Yeah, she's good. She's
all
good
you
too.
piano players out there, I admire all of you. Well, let's get you into your finale here.
All right.
And as you wind down, it's been a very interesting and good show here today. I've learned some facts about your county, and also the fact that you've written some very good songs here. One of my favorites probably was, I like Pretty Good Time. That was a fun one. Send Me Back was touching. That was a touching song about our soldiers and those young men and women that go out there and give everything to serve the United States of America. And we're in probably the most patriotic time of our life here, Jarad. So if you're listening and you're a veteran or a soldier, or you've got somebody serving or have served, thank you for that service.
Yes, sir. I'm going to finish it on a cover instead of another original. And this is a song that most people, especially people from Kentucky, would know. But it's Man of Constant Sorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But
That was a big hit. So.
yeah, it was. I do not play it the way that Mr. Dan Tominski played it because I do not feel like it encompassed the sadness that I would feel if I ever had to leave Kentucky because of a woman. So this is my version of Man of Constant Sorrow. Constant sorrow, I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell, oh Kentucky, place where I was born and raised. long years I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I find. For in this life I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. So your friends think I'm just a stranger, a face you'll never see no more. But there is one promise that is given. I'll meet you on God's golden shore.
Buddy, I tell you what, you just knocked that one right out of the ballpark.
Thank you very much.
Got a great voice,
Thank you.
Jarad, and I know that teaching is your first love. It's always my first love.
Yeah, love it.
But also I incorporate, just like you're going to be doing in the future. Take that guitar to school with you, and the Kentucky Department of Education, they have a segment in that for music.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, they do.
so it's all legal.
Yep.
If you want to sing a little once a week.
Yeah. Loopholes.
And I think really, for students, it's a fun thing to see their teachers, in a more human way.
Yeah.
And have fun with them and listen to them, and you learn a lot, don't you?
Yep, you sure do.
Yeah. You said a while ago that third degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely learn more in the classroom than I do
Well,
getting these degrees.
Yeah, well, you do. There's no question. I mean, I'm absolutely, my students would teach me something just about every day.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe every day.
Yeah.
And I always, allowed them to question me.
Mm-hmm.
And if they, if it's something I didn't know, then we would go find it.
Yep.
And that's what you do. How do you feel about the AI thing? That's gotten to be a big thing in conversation.
Yep. I have some pretty strong opinions on it in certain facets. I 100% understand why people are enthralled by it and why people are attracted to it, especially in a business sense, in education sense, the minutia of people's jobs and the tedium of the things that they have to do, of it kind of speeding that up. Where I have to draw the line is with what they call it. It's the generative AI with art and music and stuff like that, where it is replacing human creativity, especially in positions where talking about Taylor again, Taylor said something to me at a show where he said, I believe that art begets art. So if you're an artist and you're making music and you want people to consume your creative thing that you have made, it is a little bit hypocritical and counterintuitive for you to then use AI to create art to promote your art.
Yeah.
So I do not like it at all in creative spaces. It really irks me in creative spaces, because the more we do that, the more it gets rid of the incentive to be creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You really, you got it figured out, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that assessment there of AI. I mean, it's a time when they're talking about these machines having all of the intelligence, and when a machine can sit and talk to you, you know, there's something really wrong.
Yeah, it's a little
if
bit
you
frightening.
can't talk to another human being.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that's a little silly. Jarad, it's so good to have met you today.
Yes, sir. You too.
Shared life with you, and we certainly be thinking about you in the next school year to come. I won't ever forget you
appreciate it.
because you're a singing school teacher.
Yep.
That's what they always
Sure
call
am.
me.
Yep.
They bring me on the barn dance.
Yep.
This is a singing school teacher.
Yep.
All right, Jarad Bagshaw here at WRVK from Mammoth Cave, Kentucky.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you for coming in here, brother.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame and Museum is on the National Historic Register? Come see our rich